What a day. So on my last video I said my driving licence has run out and so I need to get a new one. So today we went to Tesco's and I went to the photo booth and there was a lady in there before me and she was all flapping about saying I can't work it, I can't work the machine because it's all obviously computerised and you had to touch the screen and everything, and she's going I can't do it. So she took 20 minutes. So I'm stood there waiting and I'm thinking it's easy. When it comes to being my turn, I goes in and it said it'll cost £10 for 4 photographs. And I thought, gosh, that's expensive. It's been a long time since I used one of these. But I need a new photograph for my licence. I need to update it. So I thought, right, okay. So I went to put my card in and it said, we accept cards, but not right now. So cash only. And that made me laugh because they keep talking about a cashless society. And I'm like, well, it only takes a little glitch on a computer system and you can't use your card. So luckily I had £10 worth of change. So I put £10 in and it said this is a biometric photo ID booth. So you've got to meet a certain criteria. You get 10 chances to get the right photograph. 9 attempts and every single one of them failed. Every single one, but it doesn't actually say why. It just says you failed to meet the biometric requirement. So you don't know what it is. So you sat there thinking, well, this is ridiculous. The chair in the booth was fixed, so you couldn't adjust the height or anything. And you couldn't move back away further from the camera or to get a slightly smaller photograph. So my head was up against the back of the booth and I was sat just normal, and I'm like, well, what do you want me to do? So I pulled my hair back from my face because it said don't have that covered at the beginning. So I did all what it said and it still wouldn't have it. So because I only had one attempt left, it was like, for Pete's sake. So I just pressed accept anyway. So that's £10. So I goes round to the counter and I say to the lady, I need to update my driving licence with a new photograph and send the old licence back. But I don't know which form to use. And she just looked at me and said, you need to know which form to use and how to fill it out because we don't help with things like that. And I said, yeah, you do. The last time I got my licence done, the guy at the post office went through it all with me and he filled the form. She said, no, we can't do that anymore. I said, look at the photograph, do you think that's going to pass? And she said, I can't answer that question because I'm not allowed. So I got absolutely no support. So Steve was stood next to me and I started screaming, laughing, and I said, I feel like I've got special needs because I can't fill the form properly. I don't know what to write. I don't know what it is. So I was going through it all, writing everything down, and I'm thinking, have I filled it out right? But she wasn't allowed to check to see if I'd filled it out right. So if I've missed a box or ticked one by accident or something like that, it'll all get sent back and I'll have to pay for it all again. There's also a big chance they will send the photograph back because they'll say it didn't meet the biometric standard, and I'm like, oh, for Pete's sake. So it cost me £17 to change the photograph and £10 for the photos, so that's £27. And she said, you can pay by postal order but you can't pay by your card. And I said, right. So she said, you can use your card to buy the postal order and then I'm going to charge you £2 for that. And I'm like, so I sent it all off, but we were laughing and I said, what kind of world do we live in? You know, this technology that we've got now, and they say it makes life so much easier. Today alone has proven to me that this technology is the end of mankind as we know it, because I'm telling you now, it only takes a little glitch and you can't have something. But what made me laugh is the fact that it was all like cash only. Even over at the counter said, I can't accept your card for a post, you can't pay by card, You can pay by cash or you can pay by postal order. And it made me laugh because I thought, well, we haven't advanced that much then, have we? And when they're talking about the digital ID and everything, well, how do you even get that if it can't cope with taking a photograph in a photo booth? I'm like, out. I don't have a biometric face then. I said, my face must be so hideous, it's broken the machine, because it can't accept my face. So the photographs have all failed. So this is going to be really interesting now. The licence was 2-3 years out of date. I could, do you know what I'm scared of now? That they're going to send the licence back with a fine. Like, you owe us £1,000 because it's so out of date. Not that I've been driving. I haven't actually been on the road for 3 years really. I've only driven it around the park. But this is going to be really interesting now to see if it comes back failed and you've got to do it all again, or whether I'm going to get fined or scolded in some way for not doing it sooner. I don't know. But they don't make it easy for you, do they? And it's come to something when people at the post office used to be like really professional at stuff. They knew everything. They knew how to do licenses, passports, everything. You only had to go up to a counter at one point and say, I need help with this, and they just do it for you. But now they're not allowed. So people like me who struggle, and I struggle with paperwork stuff, and I don't know why, but it overwhelms me, and I can't focus, and then I get stressed, and then my head implodes, and then I just malfunction, and I don't know what I'm doing. So this could have been a costly event today, but we're laughing about it because it's ridiculous. So fingers crossed it comes back. Fingers crossed the car passes the MOT the second time, because it's failed on the first one on the rear fog light. So Paul is fixing that for me right now. That's got to go back in. It's missed the deadline for the 10-day resit, which is free, so I'll have to pay another £50 to put it back in again, and just hope that it passes, and then I'll have to wait until my licence comes back before I can go driving. So when I did that vlog about driving anxiety, it could be at least another month before I get the chance to find out if it's got worse or not, because I can't go out in the car. Anyway, that's a quick vlog for now, and I thought, ridiculous. So I'll do an update on that in the future if it comes back or not, and we'll see what happens there. Bye for now.